Drake and the UCLA Chancellor, Gene Block, have launched an investigation into what California Governor Gavin Newsom condemned as the, quote, limited and delayed campus law enforcement response, unquote. Meanwhile, the campus police union issued a statement that, quote, the decisions regarding the response of the UC police rest firmly in the hands of campus leadership. For more, we're joined by three guests. Shanth Kodialam Nanganeri is a senior staff writer for the Daily Bruin, UCLA student newspaper. They are one of the 4 reporters who were attacked. Mel Boer is a staff reporter for the Real News Network. She was at the Gaza Solidarity encampment Tuesday night when counter-protesters violently attacked it for several hours. And Gay Teresa Johnson is an associate professor of African American Studies and Chicano Studies at the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA. She writes and teaches on race and racism, cultural history, spatial politics, and political economy, a member of the UCLA's chapter of Faculty for Justice in Palestine, which has called on UCLA faculty to refuse university labor today, the day after May Day, quote, in protest of the university administration's egregious failure to protect the student protest encampment from attacks by self-professed and proudly Zionist mobs coming to campus every night to enact violence, unquote. Welcome to all of you. We want to begin with Dr. Gay Teresa Johnson. Before we get into the horrifying details of the attack on the Gaza encampment, if you can explain why you're withholding work today and the overall context of how UCLA is dealing with this protest encampment and why the issue, so often not talked about in the corporate media, of why the Gaza encampment exists.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on. We are so inspired by our students today. We are refusing our labor to the University of California at Los Angeles because we know that the conditions under which that they were arrested, the conditions that they were subjected to night before last with the counter-protesters, the violence that they have endured night after night after night, the complaints that they have lodged and that have been ignored by the university administration, all of the ways in which they were failed by the university administration, those are also our work conditions. And until our students are supported, we will also be stopping work.